Why, hello there. Ooh, try that again. Why, hello there. All right. Let's double check things. And then, I think we're good there. I think we're good here. Good there. Then we'll get into some stuff. I feel kind of crappy today, so we'll see how far we get. Okay. We were building the form bit for the room template. Oh, pardon me. Alright, map editor. That's right. Our buttons. We have troubles with our buttons. I forgot about that. Let me get this going too. But not that. There we go. Okay. Okay, so there's a couple things I can do. We need to stop incorrectly using the parent widget. So this guy, this expanded, has to go away. It's a problem. It only happens when it gets real small. And I'm thinking... It also makes my UI wiggle when it gets that tiny. Right, meow? Is that true? If I just, temporarily take you out of there. Does it still do that? Kind of. There becomes a point where ID jumps down. And it actually does it right there. And I don't know why it does that specifically. Yeah, shut up. But... this widget is not even usable at that size anyway. Let's put you back. And then in my split view here, was it here? No, it wasn't in here. This just does the splitting. It was in here. Not that, it's in... . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Isn't it? Where did I put that? I put that. It is here. It is this slide. What if we doubled it? I don't think this is still a valid overflow message in there. I'm gonna rebuild. It's just leftover. Nope, I guess not. Incorrect use of parent. Oh, because I brought the whole thing back instead of just uncommenting. There we go. Okay. Anyway. No. I'd like you to I want that to be a little bit bigger. And I want... Okay, I need you to stop. Deeply annoying. I think I want that to be false. Oh. That's gotta be okay. We would need to do something a little bit more exotic with our split. I think. Let's roll this back. And I would have to do something different. I could just say... Are you still inside? Oh no, I don't have... I'm not doing the layout builder in here. That's right. Okay. Could put you in a layout builder. Could do inside of our split view widget. What if we did something like a min? An optional min. And then we could do in here while we're calculating. Because we have a min ratio here. Which I think we just set to like at 0.0. I believe pan update. Moving has moved again. What if we gave you an optional min? And we set you to 75, but that's not really gonna be sufficient. I think it was better at like 250 is where I liked it more. Yeah. We could probably get away with 200 maybe. That's about the bare minimum these guys can survive not having. Yeah, shut up. So let's just prototype this for a second. Let's say that now this can't be a flex, it has to be, but we have our constraints here because it's a layout builder. Okay, we do this. If it's that, we're good. Just that allows us to say, hey, you can't do anything wonky there, right? Let's probably put it before that. We're gonna say if it's the ratio, though. So what we would need to do is math on this. So let's not put it there. We'll instead put it down here. It'll be the easiest place for it to live. So we've got that. And then we can do... It actually isn't a final. It is a double. It is... Let's just call you left size for now. Now, in order to get the actual size... Oops. We actually want to do... this, I think. My internet has decided to suck momentarily here. There we go. Our left ratio is our left flex divided by all of the flexes. But what I want to find out is the actual size, which is we already have left width. You already get set. We don't need to do this. We need that still. If the left width less than or equal to what did I call you? Min left test. And the other thing I'm going to want here is like probably min resize back off, I guess we could call it. Let's call it that. And then we do this. We need that guy there. We don't do any resizing, but we do increment this. And I also want to display some sort of feedback here. Let's just get this part working, then we'll work on about that later. So here, let's just say 10 for a start. So here, we increment that if greater than or equal to the max back off. Then we do Um, we just set it to the min and return. I want to flip this actually. If you're less than the max, then we just return. Otherwise, we're gonna set it and then return. Okay, so do. That did not count up. Something didn't go right. So I need to print left ratio, print left width, print min resize back off. Let's see what we get here. Bounce back out and in again. Okay. Left ratio, left width, min resize back off. Oh. No, that should be fine. Oh. No, it wouldn't be. Left ratio is 0. Left width is 0. But well, that should be. Do we have to perhaps? Oh, we didn't. Okay, we don't set state. That's why. Crap. Okay. So we can't return here. But, yeah, okay, there we go. We need to reset it when we come out of there. Shoop. So that didn't hang long enough for sure. Oh, because we didn't restart it. We didn't ever reset the back off. No, that's still not good. So the other thing we have to do in here is shut up. Let's actually comment you out right quick. And then set both of these to false. You can keep your state. I just want you to go to 0. Except not quite working. When we do this, we need to also say What do we need to do here? It's going to be... Shut up. Stop bugging me. We need to make you... Center ratio is... Center ratio minus... max width minus... right ratio, I think. And we probably need to do our set state here to immediately do that. Otherwise, down here, if we get down all the way here, what did I call you? Min resize back off is 0. Think. Maybe. Yes, okay, we're close. But then I also... that becomes kind of broken. In fact, a lot of things become kind of broken, but... that was closer to the behavior I wanted. This needs to be way higher. Rebuild that because it's all broken. Oh, that wouldn't be minus right ratio. I double assigned you for one. That's not ideal. I think I need to do this here. Oop. Not quite as the answer there, it seems. Well, I don't need to minus this, do I? Max width minus right ratio divided by max width. I don't need to do this. Right width. So I already got that. I would need to do that. And then... this would be divided by max width, right? Because it's the space left. Because left is going to be nothing. Right width is going to be a thing. The space left is max minus whatever that is. and then divided by the max width to get the ratio. I think. Yes. Okay, now I just need to fix it becomes inactive then. This actually needs to be not left width, but new left ratio times max width. To say, hey, it'd be the prospective new size. I probably have to rebuild here too. Okay, you boop. You're still becoming unclickable. Is this actually... Okay, so it's trying to be. I think it's getting reset. Do I need... I do. I do need to go... Okay, so... This is... If you're making it smaller, and this is true. Here I could say if min resize back off greater than or equal to max back off. Because we already handled the case of you close there. Because we already handled the case of the min. This would happen up here only. Pain, I guess we can call you. But then here we can say if it's greater than left ratio and I guess we can say and left ratio is equal to min ratio. Then we're going to do the same thing inside of here. We're going to reset that. We're going to increment u. And then if, oops. Again, if you are that, we're going to reset the back off, set the state. This needs to be... We need to figure out what the width of that is at. What makes the mid width. So for that, we just need to flip this around, right? Yeah. Max width times left ratio. Wait, hang on. So we need to do max width times left ratio. That divide both by left ratio. So left width divided by left ratio is equal to max width. No. We have the ratio. What did I min left test? Are you just that? I'm not sure. We also then need to do center ratio is minus the right width minus left width divided by max width, I believe. Let's see if I messed it up. I probably did. Okay, so we... Oop, my shrink broke. Why is my shrink broken now? Take this out really quick. Oh my, okay. Is it this conditional that's broken? Perhaps. Let's find out. No. Oh, that's part of the problem. But also, here's a problem because this doesn't run. This returns, though. So that should be fine. I think. But it's not. Print that for me. Oh, because... No, that shouldn't be changing. Oh. Because I set it down here. I don't need to set it down there. Still not quite. Something else I've messed up. Shut up. Okay. That is not... We increment you. Left ratio is min ratio. Center ratio is that return. There's nothing overflowing right now. Holy crap. You were the most obnoxious. Oh! I'm an idiot. Well, I can't return here, though. I don't know what you're complaining about. There's nothing overflowing. Shut the hell up. Because this doesn't get engaged. It's not less than the minimum ratio, so it doesn't bail out. So... apparently we're just gonna do that today. Okay, that's cool. Die in all of the fires. Yeah, like you're not overflowing. You have 1,000,000 miles of room. Um, the this got messed up. That goes in there. That's my problem. I hope. No, still not. Oh, because yeah, this has to come out of here, so that we don't make any changes when we hit this. If it's set, there, perfect, brilliant. Meow. And we've already done our reset, so that's fine. If we are trying to collapse below the min, add a delay and then collapse completely. And then we need to also say here, but it can't be new left ratio. Yeah, it can be. New left ratio is less than left ratio. And all of this crap is also true. Put in an extra comma for me. Thank you. Or colon. Parenthesis. Holy crap. Words. Now we do the same thing here, but backwards. We increase that, and then down here, return. Okay. Perfect. Now I need to actually make that driven off of things, and we're going to want to do the same thing for the little right hand side. Let's make you just a private, and then up here in our state, double can be null, min left size, let's say. Like so. That here you can't be null in this case. This actually needs to wrap both of these guys. If a minimum left size is set and trying to collapse below that man add a delay and then collapse completely. You are also in left size, which can't be null. And then here This actually does belong down one more row. Ah, caps. We are collapsed, and we are trying to expand a delay, and then expand to min size. And then in my use of view, I'm going to say min left size was 250. So now that's wired incorrectly. Boop. Perfect. Ooh, actually, I also want to be careful. I think this needs to shrink a little bit. Inside of here on pan end, I want to say min resize back off is 0. I probably need to do this. Like so. Because if you want to drag over, like, oh no, I don't, yeah. We only want it to be a sustained drag over. That's still a little long. What if it's just 50? That's probably still too long. What if I go back to 10? Might even be able to get away with like 5. I want it to feel snappy, but like there's a stop there, you know? Maybe a little tiny bit less. Maybe even less. So as I like play with it more. I wonder, because it's still there even when I've set it to 0. Is this a hot reload trouble? Yeah, it was. Damn it. Okay. That's annoying. Yeah, let me go back to 25, I guess. Wasn't terrible. I also want to make sure that if you do make it past here and you're in the resetting, we also reset you here. Feels better there than it does here. Yeah, maybe it's alright. What if we just bump you up, let's say 40 for both? I liked it less. Oh yeah, I think that's it right there. I think 30 is the magic number. Okay, so that fixes that trub for us. This doesn't do anything, it just hides that. That's fine. We are going to remove that completely now. I don't know if we want to do that or not. In fact, I don't even think we want to do... Like, we just don't even need the visibility widget anymore if we're going to do this. I don't think. Yeah. We make it simpler. I forgot to do that. Hopefully nobody's been... Yeah. Nobody was ignored in YouTube chat. Okay. Okay. That fixes a whole bunch of stuff, actually, really, for us. I want to... I'm going to call you Max. Resize back off. Or how about resize delay? Let's call you resize back off. And then we'll call you resize count, I guess we could say. Better names we're going for here. I want to do a commit here. Pretty sure. Remove visibility widget in favor of making split view capable of having a min size beyond which it collapses the pane temporarily. And then we're going to do... at the very least... and I'm really thinking about the center. We'll leave it center for now. But it may be a thing I think about in the future. Okay, so right size, we need to do basically the same thing. But for the right. Right ratio. Same deal here. But this is right size. It's right ratio. Right ratio. Right. And I also need to do... spell it correctly. Right. Right. That's good still. Right size. That good. This. That. Oops. That's this. I did change you up there. That's still the same, I believe. We'll find out though. We want to also bring down our on-pan end logic. Same for this guy. And then we want to make sure that down here we also reset you just to be abundantly cautious. And then over here we're going to make you the same for rent meow. Oh, it's so good. I love it. I'm actually really, really pleased with that. That's very good. Feels very good. Okay, that still overflows in the cases where we shrink to absurd size. So the last thing we're going to do, we're going to do a commit here for this. Yeah. Stand the optional min size and shrinking feature to the right pane of the split. Okay, what we're gonna do for this, the final thing, is you're going into a single child scroll view. Like so. And then I believe I need to scroll direction. horizontal. So, if things get stupid, you wind up doing that. I don't even think you can actually scroll them, but... Oh no. That breaks that. Damn it. Oh, I thought that was the answer for sure. Okay. Well, you come out of there. We're gonna have to do something else with you. Because you've decided to be an incorrigible pain in my ass. Okay. So, 4 cases of extreme smallness. It's literally by 12 pixels because it's a bastard. What are my options here? If I make them wrap, it'll make the UI wiggly. As anybody who's been here for a hot second will know, I despise wiggly UIs. And it's only the edge case. Oh, I need to add some sort of UI for that too anyway. Wait a second. That doesn't overflow. What are you doing, Flutter? Oh. My starting width is smaller than... Okay. 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 So, split view needs to get smarter once again. Split view is becoming a genius at this rate. Okay. When we're building all of this... Do I have any... Do I just do that? It's either... Max though, no. This isn't the correct approach here. I don't want to do it that way. Take that back out. Here is what we're going to do. We're going to do that. If min left size is not null. Because we've set left ratio, we should be able to say if this. Can I get away with not doing that? I can, because we just checked you. We need to then recalculate you in the same way we do down. Down here. Let's test that. Is that correct? Back to our landing page, go back to map editor. Ah! Well, that didn't work at all, now did it? Box constraints forces an infinite width. Ah, because we need to then... I think I need to do this here. And then we also need to redo the center in the same way we do here, I think. Yes. And if I'm going to do this math over and over again, I should put these in helpers. We need to do the same thing here, I think, for the right, but let's make sure we're not crazy first. Nope. Still broken. Why is that? Rebuild. Well, actually, hang on. There's a couple things going on here. Because also, let's say you start at a bigger size. That's more appropriate. What are you talking about? There is no overflow right now. And then we resize smaller, it's not going to recalculate that. It will still function correctly, and if you then collapse and expand, it'll work again. We just need to make it not overflow. Okay, so we're going to leave split view alone for now. Part where it continually sends that message after you overflow one time. The most obnoxious thing. We're going to leave split view alone. We just need to fix this dang widget so that it more gracefully handles overflow. I don't want it to wiggle, so I don't want it to wrap them. What does the spacing of 5 look like? It looks very scrunched, but not overflowing. It just looks like crap for that. But I'm okay with that. What the hell were you, 20? We're gonna leave you at 20. We're just gonna have to put you into a layout. Then I gotta remember. This. And then box constraints that. Return there. And then down here. Oh, that. Right. Maybe. Why are you expecting to find... No, you should still be there. What has gone wrong? If modified, set state, on changed. That. Right here. No. Because you're there. What am I overlooking? I'm sure it's something stupid. Did it slip in an extra squirrely brace on me somewhere? What are you mad about? That's what's going on. I was missing... Ah, for the widget. Okay. That was weird. Okay. Now, all of that... We're gonna say... Where are you? Where's my syntax? What is the correct... you still exist in map? No. Map pane. Constraints max width. Jeez, now there it is. 100? Make sure we get it. Oh, you know what? Crap. I actually need this. To only be here. Probably actually here. This actually goes here. Turn padding, layout builder up here. There. Yeah. So it kind of sort of wiggles, just like the tiniest of bits. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. We need to... It feels hacky. I don't love it. Oh, you know what? Put that in the stash really quick. We were doing the changes in the initialize. But if we were to do them in the build of split view, let's chuck some helpers in here really quick while we're here. We need to do that's fine. We need to know our center ratio. Let's call you recalculate center ratio. And then recalculate left ratio. Oh, actually, what we could do here... Instead of making this a void, we can do this. It'll be better for reading. Just thinking about the correct way to handle this. This would be more like, Something like that. This needs to be that. I feel like I already did that though. Right, center. Center, left. Oh, yeah, that's correct. In fact, I need to do it once more here. And then we can just do in our build. If this is not null and left width is less than, and here we need to know min left size. Left ratio is the min ratio. Center ratio is recalculate the center ratio. We do the same thing for the right. And then we have to do center again, but that's fine. Meow. That worked. Pretty sure. Go back out, back in. You're that. And then you don't ever shrink in. Okay. I like that better as a solution. It's much cleaner. It puts the responsibilities in the places where they belong. That was a weird visual glitch. Stop that? Hope that's like a debug thing and not a production thing. Otherwise, I'm going to have some issues. Okay. Yes, this is a much, much better solution. Make split view minimum sizes override current sizes if they are set. What's the clear? We're just gonna chuck that stash work in the trash. Okay. I think think that's it for a room template form, except for, okay, we need to wire up. You're done for meow. You're done for meow. We are still currently just printing this out, but what we actually need to do is on our save, I'm just going to open GoLand here to grab my, actually I don't need to. I'm going to close GoLand. Because I have them here now. It's actually not going to be templates or connections, it's going to be room. Okay. Here what we need to do is say, this is the room template, so controller update item. Controller can't be null if we're in here. We've already checked it. And then this is template. There we go. We also need to add the adding. This delete item template. Also I forgot. I need to do save items here. In both cases. And then I think I need to set state. Save. Oh, well, you know what else I need to do? I need to add a oh, it's gonna break things. It said saved. Oh, you know, I need to rebuild. Should be able to do it from here. Why aren't you? There we go. Okay. Description made its way in there. I'm gonna take these out of here. And then test deleting as well. Yes. I'll do the taking things out after. We need to do a confirmation dialog for that. We need to add the adding button. We need a couple more things on this form, but that's fine. Yeah, we need to set state. Oop. When we do these guys. So if I go back, delete that again. Yeah, okay. Roll that back. Make use of our wonderful reset button. Okay, so. Let's commit this. Hook up, save and delete functions. The footer. Do I want to put you in here? actually, hang on. I want to also check. Did we actually have in the old editor? We did. Okay, we did have these. Crap. Okay. We do really want to have the ability to reset the form. Let's see. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Going to insert in here an extra row. I think so. Inside of this row will be an text. Did we ever wire up? We do have modified. We prepared for this. So in here, we say it could be null. Modified. If so, this, otherwise this. Can't be null. Okay. Are you mad because you don't have a child? Okay, yeah. If modified, unsafe changes. Otherwise, actually, this can just be null. Then I can do that. That's what I was looking for. I need this to be in a padding, just like its little friend below it. What is this edge? It says geometry. That's not correct. Losing my mind. Okay. And we're going to do the same. I'm not going to add more vertical to it. I'm reasonably okay with that, I think. This is, however, y is modified. Oh, I've actually just flipped these. But I can't do this because can't be null because I don't want it to wiggle. So it needs to just be an empty text element. Otherwise, it would jump. Okay. And then if I come in here and if I go wah 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 wah, oh, you're not saying it. Why aren't you saying it? On change, modified is true. Wait, that should be backwards. Should have had that right the first time. Oh, my reload doesn't also reset the... that's fine. Because nothing actually changed. There we go. Alright. I must have just changed something before. That's why it was still stuck. Alright, so... the, reset button. I really hope you're gonna fit in here. Except for you don't get those. Reset form. Oops, I forgot to turn that off. And this needs to be the refresh icon. Okay, so. Small. No. Okay. What if I shrink you just a little bit? Okay, that's acceptable. But I don't love it. I like that more. You did not overflow. You did that before, but I fixed you. Shut up. Is there... There is a small version of these. Okay. I could probably live with that. Let's take a look here. No, you didn't. I'm hoping that's old. Okay, y'all fit. No, you didn't. Stop it. Okay, I mean that's not terrible. I probably want to do this instead. I thought you had... Oh no, each? Only is what it is. There we go. And then top. Give the bottom a little bit more room to breathe. Okay, I want you to be 100% sure that you're complaining about something that isn't old. I don't know what you're complaining about. Like, there's nothing that could be overflowing in this screen. This screen fits correctly, including when I say unsaved changes. And as it gets to a more appropriate size, it just gets better. That's not terrible. I'm pretty happy with that. We'll chase that other error if it remains a little bit later. Okay. This, however, needs to be style, text style, color, theme of context, color scheme dot error. Yes. Okay. We're gonna rock and roll with that. Let's see who said what. I will attend to that in a bit. Okay. Let's do a commit for this. I'm in the wrong window. There we go. And I will say fresh button and unsaved. Changes warning text. Okay. Perfect. And then I'm just gonna do that because it is the end of 2 hours and I don't feel super well. So I am going to go to bed early. But unless I wake up feeling even worse, I'll be back again tomorrow doing the same sort of thing. So if you like this kind of thing, come on back. Thanks for those of you who did come and hang out. No chats today, but I saw you guys lurking and working along, and I appreciate you guys too. I do this thing roughly 2 hours, depending on how things go, a night, 4 days a week, starting on Friday, ending on Monday. So, like I said, I should be back here tomorrow.